singular noun, isahan, plural noun, dalawahan or marami. Okay, let's see. My slide turned black. All right. Okay, so here we are going to make some quick exercises. So I have here proper noun, and you have to give your common noun for this person. May we call on Jeffrey? Give me a common noun for Aaron. Because Aaron is a proper noun, can you give me a common noun for Aaron? Jeffrey, can you hear me? Yes, Jeffrey? You're on mute. Unmute yourself, please. All right, maybe the signal is not good. How about, oh, there you are, Jeffrey, go ahead. Unmute yourself. Okay, maybe the signal. Who is this?
Daniel.
All right, go ahead. Proper common noun for Aaron.
Siblings. Sibling.
Siblings.
Yes.
All right. So that's a good common noun. How about Levites? Common noun for Levites. Let us hear from, yes, Jeffrey?
Ma'am, na ano? Aaron, sa Levite na ako. Okay, Levite.
I can't hear you.
Common noun is...
We'll get back to you later.
Narinig ako, ma'am?
Yes?
Sa ano, Levite? Priest. Common noun, priest.
Start na ba sila?
I cannot hear you clearly. All right, let us hear from Alfred. Mr. Common noun for Levites.
Common noun means ano siya? Small letter L.
Okay.
Nouns.
The sounds
your common nouns.
are not that clear. How about Israel? Nards. Common noun for Israel.
Jacob.
Common noun. Common. Because this is already a proper noun, I need a common noun for Israel. A general name. Common name.
People, miss.
All right, people. Okay. Next, Nathaniel. Give me a common noun for Nathaniel. Let us hear from Suzette. Common general name.
Person name.
General.
Son.
Everybody has no good signal, or is it I who has a bad signal? I cannot hear you clearly. All right, let's proceed. Zuar. Let us hear from Virgilio. Mr. Flores, common name, general name for Zuar.
Mechanic.
I also cannot hear you clearly. Okay, let's proceed. Thank you if you have already answered, but I cannot hear anything. Next, so let's proceed with Tagalog. So ang mga uri ng pangalan, meron dito mga pangalang pambalana. Ibig sabihin ay mga common, mga ordinaryo, regular. So ang kailangan ko ay pangalang pantangi. Number 1, kapatid. Pangalang pantangi ng kapatid. Loven. Is this a girl or a boy, a male or a female? Loven. Are you a miss or a mister?
Female po. Female po.
All right. Pangalang pantangi ng kapatid.
Pantangi is Cain. Cain po.
All right. Salamat. Number 2, pangalawang bilang, mananampalataya. Dominic, pangalang pantangi ng mananampalataya. Dominic? Masyadong malayo si Dominic kasi
Abraham.
Okay, sige.
Abraham.
Abraham. Salamat. Pangatlong bilang, anak ng Diyos. Gina. Binibining Gina. Pangalang pantangi ng anak ng Diyos.
Anak ng Diyos. Jesus is anak ng Diyos.
Okay. Ikaw ba ay hindi anak ng Diyos? Okay. That's good. Pang-apat na bilang kapitan. Kailangan natin ng pangalang pantangi ng kapitan. Sino pa ba ang hindi natin natatawag? Nakataas ang kamay ni Loven, pero parang nakasagot ka na yata. Ellen. Yan, pangalang pantangi ng kapitan. Kami, ang kapitan namin dito ay si Kapitan Ato Mateo. Ellen. Sige, Ellen. Pangalang pantangi ng kapitan?
Ma'am, sorry, ma'am.
Mag-unmute ka
Kararating po
muna.
lang po, hindi po. Ito si Brother Jeffrey talaga.
Hindi klaro ang iyong boses. Panglimang bilang, ama, Ginoong Rodel Giba, pangalang pantangi ng ama.
Haligi ng tahanan.
Pakiulit, paumanhin.
Haligi ng tahanan.
Hindi ko kailangan ng kanyang kahulugan. Ang nais ko ay pangalang pantangi ng ama. Dahil ito ay pangalan.
Abraham. O nais mong ito ay aking i-translate sa Ingles para iyong maunawaan?
Sige po, ma'am.
Brother, pangalan mo pwede naman, brother, kasi may alak ka naman.
Maintindihan. Ang sounds ay hindi klaro. Okay, pangalang pantangi ay may ano ba? vowel.
Ano man ka, wala na. Oy,
Binata, kapatid na Rod.
Ano pa naman ko, ma'am?
ang dagat.
Oh, nagto pa si ma'am.
Okay, so let's proceed. I cannot hear you. Let me proceed. So here, gender of nouns, kasarian ng pangalan, masculine, feminine, messenger of God, prophet, feminine, prophetess, chicken, rooster, hen, pig, boar, and for sheep,
Diyan
buck,
ka na kayo paginawan ba? Ay,
for
sagsa.
tiger, tigress, and for lion, lioness. Sa Tagalog, kasi kasarian ng pangalan, panlalaki, pambabae. So ang mensahe
Kasi samok ba?
propetisa, mute ang hindi po sasagot. Salamat. Manok. Ang lalaki tanang, babae inahin. Sa baboy, pareho lang po. Pareho lang. Sa Tagalog, pareho lang. Wala tayong problema. So, let's proceed to the next. So, tayo ngayon sahan at maramihang pangalan. Lady, ladies, change Y to IES. Yan po ang isa sa mga rule. Hindi na natin sasabihin yung maraming rule eh. Siguro nasa 12 rules ang singular and plurals of nouns. Example na lang kaagad para mas madali nating matandaan. It is wrong if we put S. Natin gawin. Pag nilagyan natin ng S, it's wrong. It should be into I. Paki-mute po. Okay, salamat po. Tomato. Tomatoes. All right. The rule here is if the noun ends with O at ang katabi niya ay consonant. Alam naman natin yung consonant ano kasi yung A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U sila yung vowel. So pag hindi vowel, consonant yon. So pag consonant ang katabi ni O, to make it plural, you have to add ES. Okay? Next. Radio. Bakit hindi natin siya gawing radios? Bakit mali kung gagawin nating ES? Sagwa kasi. Pangit naman sabihin mo radios. Like that. So, ang rule dyan, pag ang ating noun ay ang last letter niya ay O preceded by a vowel, just add S. Okay? Yung tomato, wrong siya kung ang i-add mo lang ay S. Kasi babasahin mo siya tomatoes. Pangit, tomatoes. It should be tomatoes. Like that. So, yan po yung mga rule. Next, watch. Pag ang plural niya ay watches. Kasi papahirapan natin yung sarili natin. Kung lalagyan lang natin siya ng S, watch. Ang hirap basahin. So, ang rule niyan, if your noun ends with CH, you add ES to make it plural. Another, chiefs. Okay. Bakit ito? Knives. If your noun ends with F, tapos it is preceded by vowel, just add S para maging plural siya. Wrong siya kung gagawin mo siyang VES. It's wrong. Talagang nasa rule siya na pag F ang last mo na letter doon, S lang ang i-add mo. Etong knife, F yung last sound na maririnig mo, pero hindi naman F yung last letter niya eh, di ba? It's E. So pag ganyan po ang makikita nyo, change F to V, then add S. Parang wife. Mali kung lalagyan nyo lang ng S yung wife. Wives, mali. Change F to V and then add S to make it plural, wives. So yun ang rule. Pagka E ang nasa last letter niya,
F nga yung sound niya pero E naman yung nasa last letter niya, change F to V, then add S. Pag naman last letter niya ay F, do not change it, just add S. Okay. Man, men. It's wrong to say mans.
Mans.
And it's okay. So woman, women. It's wrong to say womans, right? Next. We already mentioned that before. Agendum, agenda.
Agendum, agenda gaya.
Ang Tagalog niyan, babae, dadagdagan mo lang ng mga, plural na. Walang kaproblema kapag Tagalog. Madali lang siya, mga lang. Sabi nung isang Peruvian, kasi medyo nakakabasa rin siya kasi Espanyol sila nababasa nila yan, babae, kamatis. Sabi niya, how do you read MGA? Sabi namin, mga, where's the A? Where is the NG? Where is it? Bakit daw ganyan ang basa natin dyan? So, kailangan pala talagang turuan din natin sila, no? Kasi may mga unique tayong salita na tayo lang nakakabasa niyan, yung MGA. Ang long form niyan ay MANGA, parang mangga. Pero sino-shortcut natin siya, mga ang basa natin. So, yun, radyo, mga radyo, mga hepe, kutsilyo, mga kutsilyo, lalagyan lang ng mga lalaki. Tapos hindi ko na po nilagyan ng equivalent sa Tagalog itong agenda. Yan din ang tawag natin. So here, I want you to research the rules of the plurals of nouns para mas ma-perfect nyo. Ay nasa sa inyo po kung gagawa kayo ng sarili nyong exercises para mas familiar kayo sa mga rules. Ito yung most common rules. Ito 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ito naman kasing dalawa ay special nouns. Okay. Ito na, nandito na tayo sa possessive. Ayaw sumunod sa akin itong aking cursor. Hinaharangan niya yung nakasulat. Hindi ko na lang kayo titignan i-X ko na lang tong mga mukha natin. Okay. Rule number 1, before I proceed, do you understand what is a possessive? What do you mean by possessive or possession? Any volunteer, just acknowledge yourself and then please answer. Anyone? Miss
Pare, ma'am.
who is this? Anybody?
Possessive noun, ma'am. Pare.
Hindi ko maintindihan po. Sino ba yung nagsasalita?
Maaari daw po, ma'am. Maaari.
Pare, ma'am. Possessive noun.
Ano yun?
Paari. Paari sa Tagalog.
Okay. Paari. Pag-aari. Kung sa mga malakihang property mo, ikaw yung may-ari. It shows ownership pag possessive. So, ang rule number 1 dyan sa possessive ay to form the possessive of a singular noun, add an apostrophe and S. Like this one, as you can see on my screen. For example, gusto kong sabihin ay susi ng car, susi ng kotse. Kaya ang sasabihin natin, car's key. Alright? Hindi porket nilagyan natin ng S, plural yon. Pagka ang ginawa nyo ay nilagyan nyo ng apostrophe and then S, it means that it shows ownership. For example, ako, meron akong ganito. Ano ba tawag dito? Shawl. Lynn's shawl. Okay? Ibig sabihin, ako ang may-ari nitong shawl. So, apostrophe S. Mali kung sasabihin kong shawl's Lynn. No, ibig sabihin si shawl ang may-ari sa akin. It should be Lynn's shawl. Alright. Gusto ko sana kayong tanungin isa-isa. Hindi ko man maintindihan po ang sagot nyo. Maybe our weather is not cooperative tonight. Rule number 2, to form the possessive of a plural noun ending in S, add only an apostrophe. For example, plural na siya. Ang plural, di ba, automatic meron siyang letter S. Yung ano yan na, common na, the regular form of nouns na nagpo-form siya ng plural. Kasi special nouns yung pinag-usapan natin kanina, yung chini-change natin yung letters, tinatanggal natin yung ibang letter, lalagyan natin ng another letter para maging plural. Those are special nouns. Ito, yung common na pagsulat natin, di ba? Pag isa lang ang dog, dog lang. Pag madami sila, dogs. Ngayon, for example, yung isang dog ay meron siyang sugat. So, dogs, ano bang English ng sugat? Dogs scar, halimbawa, dogs scar.
Wound.
Ngayon,
Wound.
oh, thank you very much. Who's that? Who's that? Thank you so much. So, dog's wound. Ngayon, dalawa na sila. Dalawa sila kasi nag-away sila.
Arnold Al-Qaeda.
Dalawa na silang may sugat. Dalawa na. So, yung plural nila na dogs, hindi mo na lalagyan ng apostrophe tapos S pa. Hindi na. Kasi may S na siya, lalagyan mo na lang siya ng apostrophe sa dulo. Dog's wound. Alright, are we clear? Okay. Now, rule number 3, to form the possessive of a plural noun that does not end in S, add an apostrophe and S, apostrophe S. For example, plural na nga siya, 'di ba? Ang singular ng mice. Anybody who can tell me?
Mouse.
Yan na naman sana naman maintindihan ko na.
Mouse, ma'am.
Yeah. Who's that? Is that Miss Gina?
Gina.
All right. Mouse. Okay. So, kung isa lang siya, okay lang, lalagyan mo siya ng apostrophe S. Halimbawa, si Mouse yung may sugat. Mouse's wound. Ngayon, ang plural niya ay mice. So, since it's not, the plural does not end with S, so lalagyan mo pa rin siya talaga ng S. Mice's wound. Okay? Marami pa siyang rule, pero yun yung common. Let's try to, sinend ko po ito sa inyo so you can try to answer this mini quiz. Let's try now. Number 1, which is correct? Are you going to Aaron's birthday party? Aaron's birthday party? Aaron's birthday party. Which is correct? A, B, or C?
The first one.
A.
All right, nice. Number 2, to prevent cheating in the commandments, all the blank pieces of jewelry are collected by Miriam beforehand. So, what's the correct answer? Israelites. A, B, or C? B. Nice. All right. Number 3, my father's living in a blank home. Old people's. A, B, or C?
B.
B. Very good.
B.
Number 4, whose goat is this? Is it your next door neighbors? Next door's neighbor? Next door neighbors? A, B, or C?
B.
B?
B.
B? B?
C. That is
C.
C. ma'am.
Oh, majority is B.
B po,
Everybody
C.
remember, apostrophe
Singular.
S denotes possession. So when you say next door's neighbor, yung next door, ang pag-aari niya ay si neighbor. So, ang may-ari ay neighbor. Pero pag sinabi yung next door neighbors, ang may-ari nun ay si neighbor.
Next
So,
door.
which is the correct answer?
C.
C.
A,
C, ma'am, C. C.
A, B, or C?
C.
C. C po, C.
So, C.
Parang isa pa lang yung naririnig kong tama eh. What letter?
What? Whose goat is this? It is your next
Alright.
door.
I heard it. So, yes, it's C because
Yes po.
neighbor is the owner. It shows the ownership. Apostrophe S. Kasi next doors, ang pag-aari lang ni
Neighbors.
next door
Neighbors.
ay si neighbor. Okay.
Whose goat is this?
Alright, let's
It's
proceed.
your... Letter C, ma'am?
So this is your exercise. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's correct. Exercises, make a sentence taken from the book of Numbers and Leviticus as your basis for nouns. Example, we are not supposed to eat pork. Sa Tagalog, pagsasanay, gumawa ng pangungusap na hango sa may aklat ng mga bilang at Levitiko ang basehan ng inyong mga pangalan. Halimbawa, tayo ay hindi dapat kumain ng baboy. So this is your exercises. It's up to you to make your exercises, or kung alam nyo naman na, it's okay. No need. So here, what can you see here? One logo, another logo. So the two of them makes it 2 logos. How about the name of our school? The name of our school is Logos Institute. How come they are the same? So they have different meaning. Logo, the other meaning of logo is yung tatak, brand, like that. So ang isa lang, wala siyang S. So pag plural niya, may S na siya, so Logos. But the name of our school is Logos itself. It's wrong to say logo. All right, and it has a different meaning because it's a theological terminology. All right, here I have a child. Sorry. Okay, this is my child, the one in the middle, and the other photos here, it has 14 children. So the plural for child is children. Okay. So this is just a short introduction of your professor. She's been a preschool teacher for a decade. And then eventually, when K-12 was introduced in the Philippines, K-12 system of education, nagpanik ang mga mommies. Iniisip nila kapag hindi sa big school ipinasok ng kinder ang anak nila, baka hindi na daw tanggapin sa grade 1. So in short, we filed a bankruptcy, certificate of bankruptcy, because it's hard to sustain a school na, kasi hindi siya kagaya ng ibang business na after 2 to 3 months, i-close na natin. No, you have to let them finish until the graduation. So yun po, we started as 14. This is noon pa po uso na ang homeschool. Dahil sa bahay namin yan, previously that was Union Village Seventh-day Adventist Church. Nung spread out yung mga Adventist na nasa compound, kasi na demolish. So nagwatak-watak na. So eventually yung church na wala na rin siya, we transfer it to a nearby church din. Anak po siya ng Manila Center. Since it's idle, so I happen to think na we can have our ministry there. Kasi po, walking distance lang dyan yung templo ni Manalo. dito sa at yung nasa gitna kami yung on our left, dito sa my left na part na yan, puro yan sila iglesia. May mga katungkulan yan sila. So naririnig namin madaling araw yung mga kumakatok ng mga ano nila, ng mga diakono na nagsasabi magsasamba na sila, ganyan. Dito naman sa right side ay mga yung kumbento naman ng so pure mga Katoliko naman sila. Lakad lang ng konti evangelical naman. Tapos a few blocks away, Kingdom of Jehovah's Witnesses. So parang naisip ko, it's better to have something na we can introduce our the Adventist education. Kaya mix po yan yung mga students dyan. And even though they don't believe, mostly iglesia, they don't believe Jesus Christ as God. But ang ginawa po natin ay monthly meron kaming meeting. So syempre may prayer yon. So hindi nila napapansin, they are observing our system of the way on how we pray, how we yung belief natin. Hindi man sila nagpa-convert, at least they know what is Adventist all about. Okay, so that is noun and pronoun. Later, pag na-discuss ko na yung pronoun, I will ask you to make at least 3 sentences about what you've seen. So the last part of our noun is Leviticus 19:34. Those underlined are nouns, but the stranger that dwelleth with you shall be unto you as one born among you, and thou shalt love him as thyself, for ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. Sa Tagalog, ang taga-ibang bayan na nakikipamayan na kasama ninyo ay inyong aariing tubo sa lupain at iibigin ninyo na gaya ng sa inyong sarili, sapagkat naging taga-ibang bayan kayo sa lupain ng Ehipto, ako ang Panginoon ninyong Diyos. So that ends our noun. If you have questions, you can send in to our GC. Our GC is 24/7 naman no? I'll stop here and I'll share the next slide. But it's not allowing me to stop. Did it stop? Did it stop on your end? Okay. Let me send the next one. Introductions to pronouns. I cannot see the share button. Oh, my Zoom is not responding. Okay, while it's still loading, anybody who can make sentence, anything about noun, let me try to call any volunteer. Jonathan, are you there, Jonathan?
Yes, ma'am. Ano yan, ma'am?
Okay. Can you please make your sentence out of the things that I discussed? Make a sentence and then tell me the nouns that you used in your sentence.
Tomorrow, my kids going to their school. Ganun man si ma'am. Para ano, ay. Mahina yata yung internet.
Oo, hindi ko kayo naririnig kanina. Pasensya na. Ito ngayon palang nag-resume si laptop. Okay, what are your nouns? What are the nouns that you mentioned?
Nouns.
Wala, hindi ko na naman. Mhm.
May ano, kids.
Okay, your kids. Okay, another example sentence. Dominic. Thank you for that, Mr.
Ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Is it clear?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat?
I think it's good now. I'm connecting with my Bluetooth headset. Is it good now, ma'am?
Yeah. I can hear it.
All right. Yeah, I will compose my sentence using some of people are singing our national anthem.
Okay, some people.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is
The,
noun there?
yeah, the noun there are people.
What else?
Or
Remember, nouns are names of person, place,
thing.
thing, event. What else is your noun there? You said some people are singing our national anthem. So what else? Aside from people, what else is noun? Is the noun that you've mentioned from your sentence? Is it singing? Singing is doing action, right? So it's not.
Yeah, it's an action.
Yeah, so what? It's not singing. What else is your noun?
The national anthem is a thing, or I think it's not. I'm
Yeah,
confused.
Yeah, it is. National anthem is noun. Yeah.
Thank
Anything
you,
that has a name, it's noun. Okay. All right,
Oh.
last.
May ma'am, I try.
Who is this?
Ellen.
Okay, go ahead.
Miss Lynn Sanskrit is a very talented woman.
Okay. What is your noun there? I don't know if
Talented?
I don't know. Talented. We haven't studied yet that kind of word. Remember, noun is a name of a person. place.
Lynn Sanskrit.
Oh, so that is your noun. What kind of noun is that? Proper noun or common noun?
Proper noun?
All right. Thank you. Nice. Okay, so let me try to share my next slide.
Ako, ma'am, ako. Jeffrey.
Okay, go ahead while I'm still looking for my slide.
I will go to the market.
Mhm. Okay, so what is your noun? in
Market,
that
ma'am.
Sentence.
Market. Market.
Market. What is market? Is it proper noun or common noun?
Proper noun.
Proper. Are you
Yes.
sure? Do you know the name of the market? Did you mention any
Yes.
name of that?
Perto. A common noun.
Okay, nice. If you don't know any, if you have any, you have no idea of the name of that place, that person, or that event, that thing, then it's common. Okay? All right. So nouns are very general. It's very easy. I know some of you already mastered that. This is just a review. So let us proceed now with pronoun. Pronoun is the cousin of noun. How am I going to click the... Can you see my screen now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
On a slideshow. Please bear with me. It's loading. Come on, go ahead. All right, anybody can tell us what's the meaning of pronoun? Any volunteer? Jeffrey, is Jeffrey talking? I cannot hear anything.
Hi, ma'am. Can I do?
All right.
Hello, ma'am. Dominic.
I cannot hear you. Let me try to use my phone's audio.
Dominic, ma'am. Try to there.
Can you repeat?
Dominic, ma'am.
Hmm? Okay,
Is it
go ahead.
I pronoun. Yeah. Pronoun. Is a word that can function by itself as a noun, okay, and that refers either to the participant, the discourse, or to someone or something mentioned elsewhere in the discourse.
Okay. Can someone teach me how to turn off my sound here on the laptop, so that I will be just using my phone's sound. It's having an echo. Disable. Cannot. So let me just remove my sound here on my phone. Okay. I'm sorry, I may not be able to hear you clearly using the sound of my laptop. So can you see now the slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So we all know about that. All right, so here's your book. It has, these are the content of your book. As you can see, it is composed of 1,059 pages. And this part alone for your pronouns, it is taken from page 44 until page 101. So how many pages would that be? Almost 50 plus pages, just discussing about pronouns. Okay, but since this is just introduction, so we won't deal we won't dwell much on pronouns. Only the common topic.
Ayos na, sa likod, okay.
All right, so what can you see here? Let me just read it because I am not able to understand what, if I'll ask you to read it, the audio is not that clear. So bear with me, I will be just the one reading this. From that book, it says, from the prefix, practice makes perfect. Complete English for ESL, aimed especially at self-taught learners, is designed to serve, so they are wrong, to serves, it's wrong, to serve two purposes: for acquiring the skills needed to be a confident user of English as a second language. Firstly, it is an excellent instrument for practicing the many intricacies of the grammar and structure of the English language. Secondly, the book is a resource that contains the answers to questions most frequently on the minds of ESL learners. So if you want to know what ESL means, it's English as a second language. The book is a compilation of 7 ESL books that cover the major grammar topics that describe and explain how the various parts of speech function in a sentence, and most importantly, it also provides abundant exercises for practice. So this book is very helpful for those who wanted to be, to sound like, or to speak like a native speaker. Even though we can't be a native English speaker, just aim to be a neutral English speaker, then the other nationalities will be able to understand what we're saying. Okay. All right. So these are the 7, because it says here on the front page, 7 books in one. So these are the 7 books that are compiled together. Just like in the picture, on the picture here, I saw in the right hand of him who sat on the throne a scroll sealed with 7 seals. So it has also 7 seals. But here we have 7 books. The first book is, the title is Practice Makes Perfect English Grammar for ESL Learners, 3rd edition. Practice Makes Perfect English Verb. The first one is English Grammar. The second one is English Verb Tenses. The third, English Verbs, 2nd edition. The fourth book, Practice Makes Perfect Intermediate English Grammar for ESL Learners. 5th book, English Pronouns and Prepositions. 6th book, English Sentence Builder. And the 7th book, English Conversation. So that's the content of that book. I can give that book to those who are, who deserves, those who want to, okay? In just this one book, the student has a tool for learning and practicing his or her new language, and a valuable resource that provides immediate answers to questions. Technical terminology has been kept to a minimum, but is introduced and explained when it is needed to describe an important concept. But the goal of the book is to hold such terminology to a minimum. For example, those 2 words, the term elliptical clause is a concept that must be memorized because those 2 words together have no precise meaning at first glance and merely stand for a special kind of clause. They describe a clause in which something has been omitted. For example, this one. This is just an example, for like a taste test for the things that we will offer on your subject, Biblical English. The example is this one. You are just as smart as Jim. It's correct. But the more appropriate or the one that sounds like Americanized English, American English, you are just as smart as Jim is. Okay, so that's the correct way how to say it. If we are talking, we Filipinos, we can understand the first sentence. You are just as smart as Jim. But if you are talking to other nationalities, they may not be able to understand you. So we have to make our grammar correct. Okay, the next thing, the verb is left out of the final clause because it is understood. In this book, the term elliptical clause is avoided as much as possible, and the clause is more simply described as omitting the verb or leaving out the verb. Those replacement phrases provide simplicity and an instantaneous understanding of how the clause is structured. Avoiding technical terminology provides ESL learners with a more immediate understanding of material. So there are times that we need to put is. There are times that you need to omit that. There are some special rules, or shall we say it, case-to-case basis. We will dig on that as we go along. Okay. This English all-in-one book provides comprehensive look at English grammar and its usage. So it is about that book. One of the great advantages of using a compiled book like this is having access to all-inclusive collection of English grammar topics, thorough explanations of those topics, and a generous amount of exercises. So the advantage of this book, marami siyang pang-practice na exercises. And our language, Filipino language, are almost the same in terms of grammar. Every part of speech, each part of the speech has an equivalent Filipino translation or Tagalog translation. The 8 parts of speech, it has Filipino translation. So I think every English major, if he or she is a Tagalog, has a Tagalog dialect, he or she can explain it because you will just translate it to the vernacular and they are the same. Okay, so that's a good advantage. So just like this one, the first part is nouns. So konti lang ang pages ng nouns kasi very common naman na siya sa atin. Names lang siya name words. To shortcut the meaning of nouns, ito mo yung meaning nila ng noun, so mahaba pa, complicated pa Ang short, para lang mabilis nating matandaan, nouns are name words. Pag verbs naman, verbs are action words. Ganon. Hindi ka na kailangan gumamit ng napakarami pang salita para maunawaan. It's just as easy as that. The advantage of this book, marami siyang exercises, so you can practice more, and just like what they are promoting, practice makes perfect. All right, I think we've come to the nice part. I think our audio is now good. Can I ask a volunteer to read this poem? Mr. Alfred, favorite, are you there? Are you there, or who are there? Because I cannot see you now. Let me see.
Can I
Mr. Alfred is not
try?
there. You're there. Who is this?
Lavan.
Okay, go ahead, Laban.
The poem is entitled English is Hard. We'll begin with a box, and the plural is boxes. But the plural of ox becomes... Sorry. But the plural of ox becomes oxen, not oxes. One fowl is a goose, but two are called geese. Yet the plural of moose should never be meese. You may find a lone mouse or a nest full of mice. Yet the plural of house is houses, not highs. If the plural of man is always called men, why shouldn't the plural of pen be called pen? If I speak of my foot and show you my feet, and I give you a boot without a pair, be called bit. If one is a tooth and the whole set are teeth, why shouldn't the plural of booth be called beef? Then one may be that, and three would be those. Yet hat is the plural, would never be hose. And the plural of cat is cats, not hose. We speak of a brother and also of brethren. But though we say mother, we never say brethren. Then the masculine pronouns are he, his, and or them. Sorry.
All right, are you done? Okay. All right,
Yes.
so
Sorry
it's,
for the interruption.
it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
It's really English is really fun because it has special rules, and you know the special rules or the special tips, then we will become accidental comedian if we confuse with our words or confuse with the plurals. Okay, let's proceed. So pronouns. Mali si Lynn Sanskrit. Nakikinig kasi siya ng debate kanina eh. Dapat pronoun lang. Or kung pronoun siya, it should be are a part of speech. So pronoun is a part of speech that takes the place of nouns. Panghalip ay bahagi ng naging pananampalataya siya. Pananalita. Okay? Ay bahagi ng panalita na panghalili sa pangalan. So panghalili. So para dun sa hindi Tagalog, sa mga hindi Tagalog, ang mother tongue, just think of the word panghalili. Halili means substitute. Yan. Also pronouns comes from the word nouns, pronouns. So pang-substitute siya. Okay, let's proceed. Ayaw niya. Not working. Isa pa. There. Sorry. So let's have example. Adam is the first man. So para naman maging maganda yung sasabihin natin na hindi na magiging maggasgas yung pagsasalita, yung pangalan ni Adam. So gagamitan niyo na siya ng pronoun. Yung noun niyo, 'di ba si Adam at saka yan, first man. Tapos pag another sentence niyo na pronouns na ang gagamitin nyo or pronoun, he is the wife of Eve. Yan. Pangit kasi kung Adam is the first man, Adam is the wife of Eve, Adam is the father of Cain and Abel, Adam is the, like that. So, yun yung beauty ng pronouns kasi na-enhance niya, napapaganda niya yung paragraph nyo kasi meron kayong pandagdag na words. Kagaya ng, what can you see in the picture? Are you not hungry? So that's how interesting English is. It's like a salad. Okay, sa Tagalog, pangalan. So panghalip. Si Adan ang unang tao na nilikha ng Diyos. So pangit naman kung ulitin niyo na naman si Adan ang asawa ni Eva. So gagawin natin siya. Siya ang asawa ni Eva. Okay. Can you make a sentence out of this picture? Let me call on, sino ba? Moises Fajardo. Can you make a sentence out of this picture? Are you talking? I cannot hear anything. But I can hear a sound. Somebody's talking.
This picture, ma'am.
Moises. Yes. Please make a sentence out of that picture. Using at least 2 sentences. The first sentence is a noun. Use the noun, and then on your second sentence, use a pronoun.
Pronoun. I love this. I forgot. Mental block.
I will try, Miss.
Yan.
I cannot understand. Sorry. Okay. Sa ano na lang natin? Sa group chat na lang natin, ha? Yung mga, tandaan nyo yung mga exercises na sinasabi ko sa inyo. Doon nyo na lang. Kasi sayang yung oras natin, hindi ko naririnig eh. Okay? So,
Ako, ma'am,
let's
subukan
proceed.
ko.
Hindi ko kasi marinig po. Is this? Sorry, I cannot hear eh. Sayang yung mga
subukan mo
magagandang
sana eh.
voices. Sound. I'm sorry. O, putol-putol yung naririnig ko.
Ano ba yan?
Yung simula
Tagal
tapos
pala.
yung last.
Mahina po yung
lang.
signal mo.
So let's just. Ako ba ganun din?
Hindi po. Dito sa amin,
Can you
clear
hear
po yung boses mo.
clearly?
Yes, ma'am. Loud and clear. Your voice is loud and clear.
Okay. Good for you.
Clear po dito po sa amin.
Bakit pagka mga ganong
Your internet, ma'am.
narinig ko, no? Pero siya naririnig clearly na ano ko lang siya. I can decipher what you are trying to say. Okay. Siguro sa sa recording natin, maaano natin siya. I-reviewin ko para marinig ko kung ano yung mga sinasabi nyo. Okay. So here, what can you see here? This is the typical teacher. This is the typical way of teaching in a classroom, teaching English in a classroom. But we don't want to. I don't want you to be afraid of English. So we just wanted to study English fun and make it light. So it's like imagine yourself, you are hosting a special occasion, or even an ordinary trying to be a presider of your worship, of your short devotional, or during your programs in the church. So try to apply English. Kalimutan na natin yung yung mother tongue natin, kasi na tayo nun eh, well versed na tayo dun, 'di ba? Fluent na tayo. So para sa ganun yun eh, sa ganun nagsisimula yun eh. Hanggat hindi natin siya pinapractice, hindi tayo magiging fluent. Okay. So kung susundin natin to, 10 siya. 10 ang pronoun. Pero hindi naman na natin siya kailangang i-memorize pa siya by heart. Ang importante, alam natin siya kung paano gamitin. Okay. Yan, kagaya ng sabi niya, pronoun is a word which is used in place of a noun. Yun, in place of. Pag sinabing in place of, kunwari, hindi ka naka-attend, hindi ka naka-attend ng wedding ng friend mo, merong magpo-proxy, or pag nilagay sa invitation yon, pwede nilang ilagay yon in lieu of. So, in place of. Alright, types of pronoun. Ayan, marami. Nabawasan naman, 9. Kanina, 10. Okay, so one pronoun for Miss Lynn. just cast in your answer. Try to make a sentence using noun and pronoun with this picture. Dun na lang sa English group chat natin. Sayang kasi yung oras ay intayin ko yung minutes na nakukonsume natin. All right, here are the different kinds of pronouns. Hindi ko naman siya makikita in full. Merong subject pronoun, merong object pronouns, and possessive. Hindi ko siya makita doon sa taas. So these are the samples. We will dig on that more dun sa ating pag nag-ESL na kayo next month. Yan, mas itatalakayin natin siya. Ngayon, more on introductions lang tayo talaga. Papasadahan lang natin. Kumbaga ay taste test lang. Kung masarap ba or mapakla or bitter. Yan. Patikim lang siya. Just like Jesus' name, he is using pronoun here, right? I am that I am, from Exodus 3:14. Oh, my slide is no longer. Am I done? It's not working anymore. Ayun na niya. Nag-stop na siya. Ay, there. Okay, so we are trying to make it simple. Pwedeng ano lang siya, ganyan lang natin siya pag-aralan. Pronouns that take place of nouns in a sentence. Pronouns can be the subject. Kung gusto niyong subject siya, he sang at the party. So, ang subject dyan, subject, alam natin yon. Ano ba yung subject? Siya yung pinag-uusapan. Siya yung minamarites. Yan. He sang at the party. Ngayon, pwede rin siyang object. The guest liked him a lot. Pag sinabing object, tagasalo siya nung nung verb. Him, liked him. Yan. So, pwede siyang maging object. And singular pronouns. I, my, mine, myself, you, yourself. Plural. We, us, our. Bakit mo sinabing plural yung yung we? Kasi pag sinabi mong we, sa Tagalog yan kami. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin ako lang pag may kasama ka. Pag dalawa kayo, we. Us, amin. Our, amin rin, yeah. Kami, tayo, like that. All right, so that's the simple way of using pronouns. Kahalili siya ng nouns. More simpler. Subject, object, reflexive. So pag subject, pag siya yung minamarites, I, we, you, he, she, it. Yan. Pag object, siya yung tagasalo ng action. So, gagamitin yung mga pronoun me, us, you, them, him, her. Pag reflexive, yun yung ano ba yung reflex? Parang mirror, no? Nagre-reflect. Yeah, myself. Walang iba. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin iba. Myself, yourself, ikaw mismo. Sa Tagalog, ikaw mismo, ako mismo. Yan. Siya mismo. Yan. Sino ang nasasakdal? Siya mismo. Yan. Ourselves. Yan. Sino ang mga salarin? Yan. Kami yun. Yan. Themselves, sila yun. Sila mismo. Okay, so these are the how you are going to use it properly. Okay, here, just like kung ano yung ginawa nila hindi naman siya, kasi pagka tinranslate mo yung noun as replacement, pag tinranslate mo si pronoun as replacement of noun, para siyang kagaya ng ginawa nila sa Bible, sa Ten Commandments, na ni-replace nila, inalter nila. Noun is not a replacement it's kasi ano pa rin naman siya significant pa rin siya. Ano lang siya, pampaganda lang siya para hindi maging redundant si noun. So may mga definition siya. Noun is a name that denotes a person, object, place, or idea. Si pronoun is a word that takes the place of a noun. Takes the place. Hindi siya sinasabing nire-replace. There are many nouns in the language. There is a limited number of pronouns in the language. So may pagkakaiba rin sila. Ang nouns madami. Kahit ano dyan sa paligid nyo, puro nouns yan. Look at your surrounding. Madaming nouns. Pero yung pronoun, limited lang. Hindi lahat, diba? Limited lang yung, pagka magkaibang bagay, hindi mo siya pwedeng pagsamahin na sila, ang mga iyon. Kailangan naka-specific ka kasi hindi, ang noun, lahat yan, pangalan yan eh. Nouns remain the same in both subjective case and objective case. Pronouns change according to the subjective case and objective case. So yun yung pagkakaiba nila. Si noun, kahit na siya yung subject sa verb, or kahit na siya yung maging object kahit siya yung maging subject sa sentence. Sorry, I'm talking so fast. Let me repeat. Nouns, kung siya ay subject sa sentence, hindi siya nag-change, hindi siya nagbabago kahit na maging object siya sa sentence. Pero si pronoun, nagbabago siya pag naging object siya ng sentence. Mas maiintindihan natin yan pagka meron tayong mga examples. Okay, so they are just introductions of pronouns. Kung gaano kasarap ang pag-aralan ang pronouns. So, pag talagang pinag-aralan na natin to at I will be requiring you to create your own examples. Your reference book or your exercises should be taken from Genesis pag noun siya. And for your pronoun, it should be taken from the book of Matthew. Okay. And I think this is the last part because ang sabi ni Lynn Sanskrit, I will go. Gumamit siya ng noun. Sabi niya, I. Okay. Is I a plural or singular pronoun? Yung mga active dun sa sa GC ng English, alam na nila yan. Yung I.
Singular.
Siguro naman maririnig ko kasi parang singular. Sino yon?
Ellen po.
Sino yung nagsalita? Si Ellen.
Ellen.
Okay. Kung singular siya, dapat ang ginamit dito na verb ay singular din. Ang singular na, baliktad dyan eh. Kapag ang noun nyo ay singular, wala siyang S. Diba? Pag naging plural siya, meron siyang S. Pero sa verb, ang singular ng verb, merong S. Pag plural naman si verb, wala siyang S. Dito, singular si I. Pero yung verb mo, diba? Ano yung verb mo? Plural yung ginamit nila, oh. Bakit? Kung singular si I, bakit hindi siya nilagyan ng S? It should be, I will go. Pero masagwa, di ba? Bakit? Kung si I, dapat it follows na singular din ang verb. Can explain it to me? I already explained that to our English GC. Okay, since I'm done with my slides, I will leave from this laptop para marinig ko kayo. Kasi nag-e-echo eh. Para maganda yung usapan natin. Let me just use my mobile. Ang tagal niya. Ganito na lang. So let me Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so yan.
Number clear.
Pinarado ko na ang aklat ng buhay. Kaya siguro makakapag-usap na tayo ng maayos. Okay, so who can explain bakit yung sinabi doon, bakit hindi sinabing I wills go? Kung singular pala si I, bakit hindi singular si verb? Bakit plural ang ginamit sa plural form of the verb? Who can explain? Maririnig ko na siguro si Mr. Favorite. Kanina kasi hindi kita marinig. Yes, Mr. Alfred. Oh, maybe the signal is really not that good. Okay, let me try. Rodel Giba. Wala din. Librettist. Miss Librettist. Are you there? Miss Librettist.
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am? Hello. I'm talking.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm talking.
Yeah.
Your our signal is not good. Okay, let me try. Pastor Arnold. Yes, Pastor. Bakit po yung I will go? Hindi siya ginawang I wills go. Kung singular yung I, dapat singular din yung verb.
Ito po tinatawag niyo ba?
Yes po.
Ako na po ba?
Yes po.
Ma'am, singular in meaning po but plural in form.
Wow. Ang galing naman ni Pastor.
Thank you po.
Sana all. Okay. Singular in meaning plural in form. How is it? Paano yun? Dual ang niya? Dual personality siya?
It's hard to explain, ma'am, pero I understand that the word I in I will go, singular na meaning siya but plural in form siya.
Okay.
Parang
So,
you are the salt of the world. Yung you, hindi lang it refers to one person but group of people. Ang tinutukoy ng Panginoon yung mga tumanggap kay Jesus Christ.
alright.
Lahat po.
Okay,
Sorry, hindi ko ma-explain na mabuti.
Okay. Hindi naman natin na-expect na you will be the one to explain. Okay. Ito po ay for the benefit of us all kasi special, kumbaga special case to eh. Pag sinabi kong I will go, mag-isa lang ako, di ba? So tama yun, correct yun sa akin. Kayo, sasabihin nyo rin, I will go. Lahat tayo, sabay-sabay tayong magsabi, I will go. Di ba madami tayo? So that's it.
We have to go.
I have to go. Pag yung magkakasama tayo, we will go. Pero sabay-sabay, ikaw sa sarili mo gusto mong pumunta, gusto mong umalis eh. Siya rin, yung mga nasa, di ba Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao tayo dito. Bawat isa sa atin gusto natin pumunta. So, ako sa sarili ko, singular ako. Pero pag nagsabay-sabay tayong nagsalita, plural na yon. And ganun din, kagaya ng explanation ni Pastor, yung you, pwede siyang ikaw lang ang kausap ko. Pwede, sa Tagalog kasi, yung you, ikaw. Pwede rin siyang you, kayo. 'Di ba? Pero sa English, the same yon. Alright. I and you are the exemption to the rule. In terms of rules of singular and plural. And as we all know, the beauty of a rule is the exemption. Sino nakaranas sa atin na maging exempted nung tayo ay nag-aaral pa? Ang sarap ng feeling, di ba? Pag for example, naka-perfect ka nung third grading nyo, third quarter. Pagdating ng fourth quarter, exempted kayo. Or first quarter, mataas yung scores mo. Pagdating ng second quarter, exempted ka sa ganong subject, ganyan. Di ba ang sarap ng feeling? So that's the beauty of I and you. Siya yung exemption to the rule. Na sa tingin mo, singular siya, pero bakit hindi niya kinikerry or hindi niya sinusunod yung singular rule ng plurals of nouns? It's because they are an exemption. Lagi lang natin tatandaan yung I love you. It's wrong to say I loves you ang sagwa. Or you loves me, kahit na yung you ang gawin mong subject, pangit pa rin na you loves me. What do we hear? What do we see? You love me, di ba? You love I, you love me. Yeah, hindi natin sinasabing you loves me. Exemption to the rule sila eh. So lagi lang natin tatandaan yan yung I love you. Hindi mo lalagyan ng S yung verb. Kasi exemption to the rule siya. So that's the end of our pronoun. Let me now give the floor to Mr. Raindu. Thank you so much for your cooperation, for your patience sa aking internet. And a pleasant good evening to all. Yes, Mr. Raindu.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Sanskrit. At least, mga kapatid, marami na kayong maluluto ngayon. Meron na kayong noun, meron na kayong pronoun, at parang malapit na makompleto ang mga ingredients ng inyong lulutuin. No? So, thank you very much. Doon, at least, you are building your foundation for the Greek grammar. No? Sa linggo din ay tatalakayin din natin ang tinalakay nyo rito in different style ng konti, no? Para tayo po ay matulungan na mas lalong mapadali ang ating pag-aaral ng Griego. At the same time, sa mga Tagalog, tuloy-tuloy lang learning for Cebuan. At saka yung mga Cebuan ay makakaroon sila ng additional learning sa Tagalog. So thank you very much, everyone. Medyo kunti lang tayo ngayon, hindi tayo nangalahati sa enrolled. Siguro itong araw na ito, sa lahat ng mga Sundays, ito yung araw na pinaka kunti lang yung natin attendance.
Maybe because of the weather.
Marami ang mga activities ngayon
Hindi ko makita Pastor, good evening po.
Alright. So tanong po kayo.
Doc Ray, good evening po.
Yes.
Tanong po kayo, sasagutin ni Doc Raja.
Doc Ray, good evening po, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ang tanong ko po ay hindi po yata tanong ito sa akin, suggestion po siguro. Maganda po yung subject kanina na ang tawag dyan, English, Cebuan, Tagalog, at may Grego. Kaya hindi ko nakuha kasi nagbibiyay po ako kanina. Punta ko ng Maraviles po Kaya hindi ko nakuha yung kwan. Kaya kanina nawawala pa ako ng signal. Kamotor lang po kami. Maganda siguro po. Tama yun, maganda po yun para matutunan namin ang Cebuan. Doc, translated ng Tagalog, saka English, saka Grego. Great. Greek. Siguro dagdagan natin, Doc. Gawin na, mayroon pa isa, yung Ilocano. Kung gusto po ninyo.
Kaya lang,
Doc.
pag
Para-
ikaw na yung teacher, dagdagan mo na ano. Kasi marami ka na naintindihan eh. No? Kung marunong ko pa rin ng Bilocano, Bicolano, dagdagan mo pa rin. Kasi ako hindi ko makaintindi ng Ilocano, so hindi ko madadagdagan.
Okay.
Pwede ko madagdagan, waray.
Waray.
Pero,
Yun. Waray
konti
na lang.
naman, mga
Cebu,
ano na lang,
waray.
mga banggit. Ilonggo pwede. No?
Pwede po,
Pero
para matutunan
ano na
natin.
lang, banggit na lang, no? Oo, ang pinakaano na lang, kasi Cebuan kasi marami sila dito eh.
Opo.
Halos sobra kalahati yata mga Cebuans. Kaya yun ang ano natin. Pwede naman Ilonggo, Waray. Pero definitely pag Ilocano, wala talaga akong alam eh, except lang yung ti kabailam asiririgta. Asiririgta ti kabailam pala. No?
Kabailam nga si Ririgta.
Kabailam. No, kabailam kabailam ti asiririgta. No?
Well, kabailam ti si Ririgta. Ibig sabihin po yung si Ririgta, masigasig po siya, masigla.
Opo.
Siya.
No, kasi
Enthusiastic siya. Enthusiasm.
Paborito ko yung study to show thyself. Kaya kabailam ti asiririgta.
Kabailam. Ibig sabihin yung kabailam po naman ay mayroon siyang kakayanan na sumigla. Ibig sabihin po noon, sumigla at maging enthusiasm. Yan, sumigla. Masigla siya. Enthusiastic siya.
Parang ang hirap, no? Pero kahit mahirap, pwede namang aralin. Kasi pag missionary ka sa sa lugar ng mga Ilocano, kailangan mong aralin.
Opo. Kaya maganda po ate pinag-aaralan natin. Lalo yung Cebu, Greek. Translation ng English, Cebu, Greek, Tagalog.
Kasi meron kasing mga Greek Greek conjugationes, sabi pa, na ang kaparihan niya Cebuano or Cebuan, na hindi siya kaparihan ng Tagalog. Mayroon ding sa Greek, kaparehas siya ng Tagalog, hindi siya kaparehas ng Cebuan. Kaya mayroon ding Greek na hindi kaparehas ng English, pero kaparehas ng Cebuan. Like for example, yung first na sa John 1:1, whole logos, no? Whole logos. So pag sa Cebuan yan, ang Cebuano, no? Okay, sa Tagalog, no? Sa pasimula, sa pasimula? Sa pasimula.
Siya ay verbo.
Sa pasimula ay ang verbo, no? Sa pasimula ay ang verbo.
At ang verbo ay Diyos.
At ang verbo ay sumasa Diyos. At ang verbo
ay Diyos.
Yung ang kasi, yun ang article eh, no? Ang verbo, no? The word, no? Okay, tapos sa Bisaya, sa sinugdan, mao ang pulong. So ang pulong. So ang verbo, ang pulong, no?
Verbo, pulong pala yun.
Okay. Tapos og ang pulong kauban sa Diyos kay Hologos.
Og ang Diyos
in
ang pulong.
prostantion, no? Kay Hologos in prostantion kauban sa Diyos Yung sa Diyos dyan, may article, no? Sa Diyos. So, at ang salita ay kasama, ay suma sa Diyos. Ay suma sa Diyos, no? Parang wala yung article eh. No? Suma sa Diyos. Wala yung article. Tapos, pero sa Cebuano, mayroong article. No? Yung tinatawag na sa Diyos, no? Okay, tapos pero sa English ay wala talagang article kasi hindi naman pwedeng i-translate ng with the God ang tinatawag na prostantion, no? Pero pag i-translate mo literal, with the God, kasi ang Greek ay meron namang article na ton, T-O-N, rather tau omicron nu, no? Tau omicron nu. Or kung sa atin English na lang, merong T-A at saka N, T-E-N. Pero technically wala namang T-E-N kasi tau. Ang T ang sa Greek tau, di ba? Tapos ang A is alpha. T-A-N, ton kasi omicron pala, no? Omicron tapos nu. Okay, so yung ton, that is an article, no? Article, ton, theon. No, kasi kung ano yung article din ay maano naman natin, sumasama din yung dulo ng subject. Like for example, pag to yung article, ang subject nagiging to theo. To theo. Tapos ton theon. Yun mga pag-aaralan naman natin yan din sa huli, no? Hindi naman sa bandang huli, pinakahuli. So during the process din pag-aaralan din natin. May mga agreements kasi yan eh. Natawag agreements. Kaya lang sa translation, yan na. Katulad kanina, no? Yung tanong tungkol sa monogenes theo. Monogenes theos, no? Monogenes theos. Pag nag-New International Version ka, translated talaga nila yung theos. Pero sa King James Version, hindi translate yung theos, kundi ang translation na ginamit nila ay son, no? The only son, monogenes theos. Pero sa ang ginamit nila instead na theos, instead na God, ang ginamit sa King James Version is son. Kasi ang tinutukoy naman po ay yung tinatawag na anak, yung ama. So, maraming i-consider natin, napaka-importante talaga na mag-aral tayo ng biblical languages dahil when we are familiar with the agreements in biblical languages ay tayo po ay makapag-analyze ng mabuti sa mga structures ng grammar at ma-explain natin ng mabuti. Kaya encourage ko patuloy nating alamin itong subject, predicate, no? Ano pa yon? Yung mga sentence na noun, pronoun, tapos subject, predicate. Parang naka-idlip kasi ako no, ng konti habang nag-lecture si Ma'am Sanskrit Kasi medyo napagod ako no? Pero parang naririnig ko pa rin sa aking panaginip yung mga sentence. Ano ba yan? Sentence, no? Nag-ano ka ng sentence, pangungusap. Okay. So yun, no? Pero tayo ng ko mga kapatid, no? Na kahit wala na po kayo sa klase, still you think English, you speak English, no? And you see English. Kasi yun lang ang yun lang ang paraan para ma-retain natin. Kasi kung nag-i-English lang po tayo sa panahon ng English class, pagkatapos paglabas natin dito ay wala na, balik na tayo, balik Tagalog pure, balik Tagalog, balik Cebuan. Di mahina, magiging mabagal ang ating
learning.
kakuha ng ating English language. Dapat apply kaagad. Kasi pag nag-English kayo dyan sa bahay ninyo, hindi naman mawawala yung Tagalog nyo eh. No? Pag nag-English kayo dyan sa bahay sa mga Cebuano o Bisaya, kahit mag-English pa kayo na mag-English, hindi nyo makakalimutan ang Bisaya or Cebuan. Kasi Bisaya na kayo eh. Pero kung hindi po kayo magsalita ng English, makakalimutan nyo kasi hindi po kayo English. Kaya laging practice lang. No? Sa Griego, importante makakabasa. Para pag makabasa, makapag-analyze. Hindi naman kailangan i-memorize ang lahat ng mga salita ng Griego eh. No? Ang importante nakakabasa. Kasi titingnan mo lang, ang importante lang naman, alam mo yung mga inflection na tinatawag. Inflection. Sige po, no? Kasi
po.
We have been ilang hours na tayo sa sa buong araw.
Parang
Parang
12 hours.
Parang napagod na kayo eh. Ako din pagod na.
Tanong, Dok, tanong.
Opo.
Tanong po. Yung
Sige.
yung nakapost doon sa logos, yung bang Bible Greek, ano ba yun? Aklat ba yun?
Sa kasalukuyan, ang aklat na yan ay sinusulat ni Duk Radja.
Sana na matapos ni Dok Radja at pwedeng bibilhin niyang ganyan, bibili ng ganyan para matuto doon sa na yun. Greek.
Kasi kakaibang aklat ito eh.
Baka fast learning siguro pagka maka-learn kami kaagad ng mabilis dahil ang ibig sabihin ay makakalimutan namin kung wala kaming titignan.
Opo. Ang assignment pala natin, ipopost ko sa Bolity yung paghahanap ng mga verses doon sa ating 7 words na ang iba ay hindi naman bago pero at least merong iba na nadagdag sa mga Tagalog like iro. No?
Pero
okay.
yung pa rin ba yun kanina na screenshot ko na yun eh.
Okay.
Ayun ko yung iba. Ang gagawin ko lang siguro is aking susulatan, gagawa ako ng parang yung ganon, tapos ay susulatan ko na lang, i-picturean, tapos i-send ko sa Messenger siguro, ganon.
Pwede, oo. Ang gagawin lang naman doon, pwede naman kung sa cellphone, screenshot, sa cellphone nakaka-type naman, di ba? Kasi ang ita-type mo lang naman, mga text lang eh. Oo.
Sige po, Doc, paki-send po rito sa GC para makuha ko yung assignment. Hindi ko nakuha kanina kasi nagbibiyay po kami.
Opo.
Salamat po. Sige po.
Okay. Balik ko ang panahon kay Ma'am Sanskrit.
Yes po.
Ma'am? Tapos na po ba tayo?
I'm sorry po. Hindi ko na intindihan.
Ang tanong ko po kung gutom ka na ba?
Namimingi na eh. So siguro pwede na tayo mag-closing prayer. Magpahinga na.
Ayan po.
Ngayon natin si Doc.
Okay.
Kawawa naman kanina pa. 12 hours na tayo.
Kapatid na Osias, ikaw na lang mag-pray.
Sige po, Doc. Pray po tayo. Para sa ating pong closing. Actually, napagod po kami. Nagbiyahe po kami galing ng Marapilis eh.
Maribilis, malayo yun.
Oo. Nagpunta po kami Marapilis. Galing ako ng seminar po. May seminar po kami ng stewardship sa Davao.
Kala ko Maribilis, di ba may beach dyan?
Oo. Dinaan ako ng anak ko doon kaya ng umaga. Punta kami ng Marapilis. Then, uwi ngayon din. Umuwi din kami. Kaya pagod. Biyahe.
Sige, para
Kasi po.
makapagpahinga.
Opo, pwede po tayo po. Pinaunahin banal, salamat po na marami sa gabing ito. Binabalik namin ang lahat ng salamat na kayo ang pinagmulan ng ipong lakas, pinagmulan ng ipong buhay, nagkakalob ng kagalingan sa mga sakit, at patuloy na nagsustain ng ipong mga kalusugan at pangailangan sa araw-araw. Lalo po, pinaihipon yung ahangin upang kayo mabuhay. Salamat po sa mga profesor na sila po ay nagtsatsaga upang kayo maturuan. Salamat sa kanilang kabutihan. Sa initiative po ni Doc Ray at kasamaan po ng mga profesor na inyo pong itinalaga sila upang kayo po matuto. At kung hindi kayo ma'am sa subject po na English. Salamat po ang banal na pinagtsatsaga nila kami upang kami ay makaunawa, matutunan namin ang mga bagay nito. Kaya po salamat po na marami sa kanilang kabutihan. At gawin din, kami ay patuloy na nisin patawari upang magkarapat-dapat sa inyo. At ingatan kayo patnubayan sa ipang mahinga at pagtulog sa gabi ito. Kaya tiniling namin ito po at pasalamatan po kayo sa pangalan po ng Penesos. Amen. Amen po.
Amen.
Amen po.
Okay.
Mate,
Thank you so
kasamates.
much po.
Ma'am, good evening ma'am.
God bless and see you. See you next
Next week.
Sunday. Ang iba, see you on Tuesday night.
Apo,
Para
Tuesday
sa
night.
ating
Classmates,
para sa ating
classmate Osias,
Yes.
pupunta ka ba sa LMS?
Punta tayo. Punta ka.
Oh, kita-kita tayo doon.
Yes, 5, 6, 5
Opo.
yata. Ni Pastor
sige.
Dupat.
Oo, sige.
Okay, salamat.
God bless, God
Thank
bless.
you, Doc.
Ingat po, Doc. Ma'am.
Tapos na yung ano niya.
Thank
Tapos na yung,
Thank you,
tapos
Doc.
na yung
Good
ano niya.
night.
Sa NLAC.
Alin po, Doc?
Ilang weeks ba yun? Ilang weeks ba?
Isang linggo lang po, Doc. Yung kukunin namin na tatlong subject. Kukunin namin na isang linggo lang sa LIPA, sa LMS.
Ganon. Okay,
sa
so
malat na
talagang-
publishing publishing leader ba, mga kulpultor, ganyan.
puro Colportor ang grupo nyo.
Opo.
Okay, puro APML.
APML po iba po ay kulpultor.
Okay.
Kaya
Sige, maganda ito kasi at least na-reinforce yung kaalaman nyo na nandoon.
Opo.
Kaalaman din dito. So, mas lalong iigting ang iyong knowledge. Okay?
Kaya nga hindi ko pinalagpas itong yung Greek. Maganda ito, parang advance kami ng konti ba?
Greek saka Doc. Greek saka Hebreo kasi may subject kami yan eh.
Hebrew, parang Hebrew ngayong pagpunta natin, may Hebrew na tayo eh.
Oo nga.
So, mahuhuli.
Wala pang Hebreo. Walang church history at saka Daniel at saka yung
Hebrew, may Hebrew tayo ngayon. Yung
Hebrew?
tatlong subject na yon. Hebrew, tapos church history 1 at saka
Daniel.
yung isa, Daniel. Yeah. Sige, kita tayo doon.
Okay, sige bro. Ingat, God bless. Thank you.
Okay. God bless.
Sige po, thank you po. Ingat po.
Si Ma'am Maricel. Sister Maricel, kumusta ka dyan sa Kingdom of Saudi Arabia?
Hindi pa makasalita. Duty.
Ay, duty pa. Oo nga, 5 hours. Ano pa ngayon doon eh? Alas 4 pa eh. No? Okay. Brad Rodel. Saan bang lugar mo, Brad Rodel? Bisaya ba o Tagalog?
Bicol yan yata si Brother Rodel.
Bicol.
Bicol po, Doc.
Saan ka particular sa Bicol? Sa Sorsogon, no?
Sorsogon po, dulo ng Bicol.
Okay, so magpapatayo tayo dyan. Magpapatayo tayo dyan sa may Sorsogon ng campus ng LIMS.
Ay, sige po.
Wow,
God
bakit
willing.
doon? Bakit doon lang?
Isa ka sa mga magiging teachers doon kasi nandyan ka na eh.
Nice.
Okay. So basta tuloy-tuloy lang, no?
Yes, Doc. Opo.
O kasi God willing, no? Kung gaano tayo i-bless ng Panginoon, 60 centers po tayo nationwide.
Amen.
Amen.
60 centers nationwide. Mula Apari hanggang Hulo. Okay.
Gusto ko dun. Gusto ko doon sa Apari.
For every 60 kilometers na distance, mayroon tayong center. Lahat po yan sa tinatawag Asian Highway.
Sige
Sige
po, Doc.
po, ito po ay mga visions na naman natin eh. Nawa, pagpalain tayo ng Panginoon.
It's a big vision.
Kaya lang, kung bibilangin natin yung estudyante natin, kulang pa sa 60 eh.
Sa'yo na.
Kulang pa sa 60. Kasi 50 pa lang yung regular na nag-a-attend. May mga bago naman eh, pero hindi nakapasok yung mga bago eh.
Doc, may tumawag sa akin na bago, taga Tagig. Gusto niyo mag-enroll.
Oh, sige.
Welcome pa po.
Oh, welcome. No,
Sige
welcome
po.
po.
Nagtatanong ako po sa katatawag lang ngayon, taga Tagig.
Okay.
Adventist din po.
Pag Adventist, sa LIMS yun. Ang LIMS
Po,
na
sa Lindsay po yung gusto niya.
sa DSD. Pero pag non-SDA, doon sa CBS. Okay.
Opo, thank you.
Kumusta ang mo dyan? Kapatid na Arnel?
Yes po, okay lang po kami.
Maintain lang doon sa mga na-invite mo.
Opo, dumami kami, Doc. Nung last parang 8 or 9 kami lahat.
Okay, very good, no?
Si Mrs. gusto rin daw mag-enroll doon sa PTH. Kaya nung last meeting, naka-attend din po siya. Yung sweet, Lloyd's Marcaida. Mrs. po yun.
Yan, okay.
8 or 9 yata po kami. Nung first meeting, parang 5 kami, may dumagdag na another 4. Hopefully, may dumagdag po ulit sa Tuesday.